Hello all, Project Wargaming here with an update on the Italian buildings that I've been modeling and printing. So I think I'm pretty much finished with the collection, so I actually put it up on the website if you're interested in it. I guess I'm just going to walk through kind of most of the buildings I have. This isn't all of them, but it's most of them. So we'll start with the churches. So I decided to make some options on the churches. So this is kind of the original model of a Duomo or their basilica or cathedral that they have over there. So kind of modeled on more of the Tuscany area. So printed off, this fits on my Elegoo Mars Pro 2 just fine, but it doesn't have a ton of room. And so it just looked a little bit out of scale for me, so I went ahead and modeled it without the tower separate so that you could scale it up even more if you wanted, which is what I did here. So definitely more cathedral looking compared to the rest of the buildings. But with that in mind, I gave you two options on churches as well. So just a simple little church. This is the one with nothing on it. This one has the dome on it, obviously. But then the tower is separate, and so you can scale that down to put it onto the church if you want in the slicer. So it's kind of fun to be able to mix and match some of the pieces to be able to make some different structures than even what you have in your options as far as your models go. The next little collection is a farm villa collection. So you've already seen the villa in my last video. That is included in this, and then this is another villa structure as well. I modeled up some stucco walls, so you can print those off and model them, or cut them up to size and make your own thing. I got an 8mm wall and a 12mm wall in there, and they both come with little end towers, I guess, or connectors there. I have two small farm houses that I modeled up as well, and then a couple barns that are modeled for that collection. Then we move into the town area. So I have some corner buildings modeled to give you options, and then of course I have a whole bunch of different shops in towns and town buildings and everything. Some of them are shops, some of them are designed just to be townhouses. Some are tall, some are skinny, some are fat, some are all over. So a couple of the buildings I designed with a brick pattern on the side just to give a little bit of a different texture in there. And same thing with these guys. So I designed them basically with the the rails to go to the front, but you could easily use the back for the front for some of these buildings as well, just to give variation. The other thing you can do with these is, again, just kind of squish them together on your slicer, and they'll actually print together. That way, it just gives you that really tight look that they have when they put those buildings right next to each other. So gives you quite a few options. So my plan to use these is, obviously I have some of these already printed up. I'm going to paint them and do that. But what I want to do is I want to model and design like a little hill town, and use that to model both one that's still in good shape and one that's been bombed out. So that's probably what I'm going to use these guys for in the coming weeks and working on the projects. But anyways, I think pretty good little collection. Learning a lot as I model these buildings. The reason that I modeled them with the open windows is that if I can put a little chimney on there, then they really do print very, very cleanly. I guess if you really wanted to get crazy, you could go in and put a little film of clear plastic inside there to give you the glass look. But yeah, especially in this area, they often had just open windows and open doors. So there's a couple of these buildings that are designed to have some bars inside the windows. Yeah, here you go. You can see. So did that. I also did an experiment where I scaled these up to 15 millimeter scale. They look okay. I think they would work fine. Particularly, I mean, if you're just going to print them off and rubble them up, then it's more than fine. But even giving you just simple streets and stuff to work with, it's good. 15 millimeter scale pushes obviously the number that you can put on your print plate, but for a resin printer, but it works just fine. So I have no idea how they would print on FDM because I don't have an FDM printer. So, but anyways, that's it. We'll talk to you later.